Save the woks! Oh my god. Save the... Did I just kill the wok? I just killed the wok! I'm so sorry. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Scrap Mechanic with me, Spacefish. And welcome back to our beautiful little home. In which the last time around, I would say we made a good bunch of progress. You did a lot of job redesigning, well, not redesigning, but getting an alternative design ready for our glass stairs. We did finish up a lot of work also with the bricks, as you can see, even up top here now. Most of the basic frames are good to go. Lots of the floor are also already laid in, so we can nicely move around up top here. And there's really not that much left in terms of at least these elements, and then, well, you know, there's still a lot after that, of course. The house is not even close to done yet still, I would say. Even after all this work, we need to make sure to get some walls in, get some windows in, get some floors in, importantly, so it'll be a whole lot more work to take care of. And what we also tried to have a look at last time around was like colours for the floor and everything, and I'm quite sure what we're doing now is chatting down below in the comments with Spastic Hue as well about the options. And I think the thing that I really like is some of these like dark grey concrete blocks, just laying those out mostly in our industrial areas, and then maybe having like the little orange bit here as a little walking strip, something like that. And oops, well, wherever the machines are, we put the I did it again. God damn it. Spastic Hue with the glass wall traps. But yeah, so I think that's somewhat what we're going to do. In the dark grey spots, we're going to put the machinery, and in the orange spots, we leave some space for walking. We're just going to hope that that looks nice. Now, that said, I think today is going to be a little bit of a different episode for once, because I have not really spent much of any time in between episodes grinding. There was a lot of stuff to do at work, and you know, as we talked down below in the comments, you guys said that you would like to actually see a little bit of the grind every once in a while. We are going to go and do that together today. And I think what better way to have some fun doing that than knocking down some trees to get the wood for our beautiful wood veneer floors, which we will most certainly need all the way up top. And well, I think down below we're pretty good. So just up here in the third floor, we're definitely going to have those again as well. So we're going to need to grind a good bunch of that. And well, you know, maybe if we just, you know, have a ton already and want to do more, we're going to go and grind some stones to bit as well, although I do doubt that bit. So that's the plan for today. I hope you're all looking forward to it. I hope you're all going to have fun watching that. But while we go and drive in, oh my god, a very, very frozen motion. Oh, we did it. All the way back home and all the way over to our logging machine. If you're new around here, and if you do enjoy this episode, please make sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below. We really appreciate that a ton. We're still quite a small channel out here on YouTube, and every single person just really does help out a ton. Now that said, let's try and not have that slide into there, shall we? And here's our little logging vehicle. Now I do want to have a quick check just to make sure if we do actually not have anything remaining at all, or if they do have something still. To also want to say on the side that we are starting to run out of food again. So we need to actually... Oh, no, never mind. Got another one. Still, you know, we're quite low. I do need to go and get a little more farming done. Now, if we do have a look here, there is still a little bit in the terms of bricks floating around, but yeah, I mean, there's not much more coming in than this. In fact, oh, you know, it's going to be like 200, 220 bricks or something that we have, so maybe we can use those later in the episode if we do get to the point of being able to, you know, build house a little bit as well after all our grinding. But for the time being, let us go ahead and fix this thing that I just so rudely pulled apart. And then we're gonna go on our merry way for a happy logging adventure. The question being kind of, where do we want to go? And I don't know. I don't want to, you know, the thing is, I don't want to pull apart like forest super close to where we're living, because at some point it'll just look like a nuke impacted and obliterated every bit of nature that was around us. So, you know, we don't need to do that, but we know we're just gonna get a slight bit away from home, and then we can just maybe start grinding to bits some trees right here. Now, we do need to remember to take mostly the bigger ones, because that's of course more what our machinery here can cope with, as is evident, I would say, by what you're looking at right now. I am a little annoyed at that, but if we line up properly for these smaller trees, we should hopefully not have too many issues with these branches either. Unless, you know, we still do have issues with the branches for no apparent reason. I'm hitting thin air. No, I'm not. There's definitely a branch right there. Okay. System's working well. System is working well today. Let's go and grab one of these pine trees then, shall we? Those don't have much of any branches. There is a haybot chasing a wok out there. There's two haybots chasing a wok out there. Save the woks! Oh my god. Save the... Did I just kill the wok? I just killed the wok! I'm so sorry. Yeah. That never happened. God damn, I accidentally hit the wok. Just shooting past everything. You know, the first haybot is just sprinting full speed past me. I hit every shot. The other one's so easy to hit, I don't hit a single one. So, yeah, you know, went well. In any case, let's go and get some trees knocked down. We need the wood, alright. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Why are we not sat on the ground? No, I think we are. Just still sliding across it a bit, but overall we're sat on the ground here. And here comes the tree. Oh no! I am blind! We're missing a collector! Oh my god, man. Well, that is a little bit of a mess up right there. This whole system evidently doesn't work all too well at collecting these things if we only have one collector to collect them, so, you know, there's that for you guys. Also doesn't work all too well, I've heard, when, you know, you're just literally sitting on top of a flippin' tree bit. Haven't had that happen to me yet. Could we turn, please? Thank you. There we go. That's sliced to bits, and those other things have been collected. Okay, I think we will have to have a little bit of a quick stop going on here now. Because, well, I would say, very evidently, we can't really pull this one through with one collector only. Also, my question kind of being, was that tree so small that it only gave us scrap wood? Because in that case, I don't like it, and we definitely need to aim for the bigger trees. It's a bit of an issue, I have to say, you know. When we actually first road tested this thing, call it road tested, right, in the wild, and we were driving into the trees, it was quite easy, you know, to identify, I would say, which trees are the big ones, which trees are the small ones. But if you're in these huge forests, it's really not easy to pick them out, just like visually at first, but then also getting to them, because there's like so much small random stuff in the way that you don't even want a piece of. So that's not great. And yeah, it's scrap wood indeed. So we do need to make sure to pay attention to grab one of the, well, some of those bigger trees, because it's scrap wood. At the end of the day, you know, the tree is already quite small, so it's making it less effective already in terms of how much wood we're able to gather in a certain span of time. But if we then have to refine it, and, you know, it becomes even less, that's not really improving the situation. Also, why in the world can I... There we go. Boom. It's placed. We're good to go. And we need to find more trees. Gonna prove a little tougher, I would say, in the darkness, especially given the fact that we don't actually have any lights on this thing, which I'm just now discovering, to be honest. That's quite some news to me. We probably do want to integrate some lights into this vehicle design. I'm not quite sure where, but maybe we can just put them into the cage or something, or like in the pillar that supports the cage. I have got no clue. In any case, I would argue we probably do want to make some adjustments there, because that's not going to be going all too well for us in the long run. Now, I am kind of banking here on the fact that these trees are maybe a little bigger Certainly looks that way. Are you serious? Come on. Come on. Drive. Freaking stuck on terrain, man. That looks quite big, I would say. Okay? Should we have a go at this one? I would say we should. So, getting everything extended, getting set up, getting into working position. Listening for any haybots. And on we go. There goes a tree. Munching away at it. Munching away at the tree trunk itself. And then that thing is like beautifully... What is blocking me? Oh, there we go. Right. So, usually I've made the experience, I think, when the trees kind of just start to fall over a little bit and just angulate themselves a little, that is when we're really effective with this. Oh my god, how did that just open up? I didn't even click a button. I don't know. But that is really when it feels like this system becomes a whole lot more effective, because when the tree is at an angle, it just all pretty much instantly falls into the saw blade, and it just goes boop, and the entire tree's eaten up. That is until the point where we don't have that happening again, and then it's becoming a little more tricky. But overall, you know, I would say we can be quite happy with how it works. That's now quite the ginormous tree, munched up quite quickly at the end of the day. And there we go. Cool. Wow. I would have said we go for a second tree, but evidently we are going back home now, because, oh, what do I say? Our thingy is full, and we are absolutely stuck. Tree in front, tree to the side. Oh my god, man. I've wedged myself in between the trees. This is triggering me so hard. I just want to get out of the forest. Okay, there we go. Now don't get stuck on that flippin' terrain again. And out we go. Jesus Christ, what a harvest. Look at that. Absolute insane amounts of wood already good to go. Now what I would say, what we maybe do actually quickly want to do, when we're at home anyways in a second, I would really like to get another collector. Because what I do have to say is that these things fill up quite quickly, right? And I mean, it's a lot of wood, but at the same time we need bajillions of blocks of wood and stone and everything else in between for our new home. So, at the end of the day, you know, when these things are full and I only get like one empty one back, basically, I can't really continue working with that. And I don't want to just start pulling these additional collectors off my other setups, because I mean, that feels a little wrong as well. So I would like to actually get another one going. I think it shouldn't be too complex. Let's have a quick look. I think it's literally just some metal that we need for that. And, you know, I mean, if there's anything that we're not lacking currently, it's definitely metal. So, we'll have a look. Hopefully, should be doable. It's 30 tier 1 metal blocks. I'm sure we can afford that. Let's go and have a look. I do know that we have a lot of scrap metal already flying around, so worst case we can refine it, but best thing would of course be if we already have the tier 1 metal in itself, which is the case. Look at that. Tons and tons of metal. I do not know why I'm, you know, just slowing myself down, always having to wait for the resource collectors to be emptied when we may as well just do this and have the appropriate amount. Honestly, I mean, we could even get more, but at that point, you know, I don't want to stack them up and then, you know, have to stand by the refinery for the next 3 years just cycling through resource collectors. That doesn't sound like a too fun activity either, but, you know, this way we can at least fill up 2, get them over there, put another 2 on the vehicle, and on we go, and hopefully, well, you know, when we come back, at least some of it's done. Of course, you know, we do go out of the chunks, and, you know, when the chunk isn't loaded, the thing doesn't keep refining, but while we drive away, and when we're already a little closer, the thing is going to be refining, so it's already going to be doing a lot of the work, and hopefully that way things work out a little better for us. Now, that said, there was another huge tree up there, and I'm quite sure that we're going to pick that thing to bits, so let us go and find that one again, alright? I do think I see it up there. And I would really like to go and munch away at it with this beautiful, beautiful thing that I just almost got stuck on terrain again. Luckily not quite. And there we go. Close that thing up. get those stilts out. Did I just hear a bird? I don't think I've ever heard a bird in Scrap Mechanic. That's a new one. Oh my god, that tree just jumped. In any case, just waiting for it to slowly slide down. Let's give it its time. Come on. And there we go. Slurp. And the slurp. Oh, I think it's so satisfying watching this, right? I don't know about you guys. Let me know how what you feel about that. But for me, to me, it's honestly like so satisfying just watching the tree being slurped up. It's so nice. I am really enjoying it. Cool. That's already pretty much like probably half of the tree gone. So you need to make sure to keep pushing into it now because it's not at an angle anymore, as you can see. And then, you know, as they get smaller, it's a little harder to chew them up. It's unfortunately something that comes with a deal because, you know, I would love to have some variable adjustment to the size of the tree built in, but I don't think it's really possible. I think it's a bit of an either-or situation. Either you go all the way out by, or like if you have some sort of rotation devices, right? Some pistons, whatever. I think either you go all the way out with the saw blades or all the way in. There's no real in between. And I mean, of course, the size of the tree just kind of varies as you go down the trunk. So there's no real way to introduce a mechanism for that, I feel. Now that said, it's pretty much the tree munched up again. Was it? Well, there was a little bit of something stuck there, I'm sure you saw. But aside that, everything is in the collector. And I'm absolutely loving it. And we're going right back to load everything off. It's insane to think, honestly, that one tree instantly fills us up. As well, you know, I'm not complaining. I would love to place more resource collectors to have a little bit more breathing room and be able to... Oh, God! How do you smack face first into a tree? Like, seriously, it's not like it's that, you know, easy to miss. I don't know how in the world I just did that. I guess I'm a little tired. I will use that as my excuse. But, you know, I would love to add more resource collectors for a bit more breathing room is what I was going to say. Thing is, I don't really know where to really productively put them. I mean, in the end, wouldn't probably end up picking much of anything up, and at that point may as well just not put a resource collector. That said, that's the first resource collector empty. And yeah, I mean, I guess now, unfortunately, first things first, unfortunately, I'm dying. It's not a good start, right? Aside that, well, now you've kind of got to wait. So what I would say is that is a good time to go ahead and grab those last few bricks that we had flying around. I mean, it's nearly a full stack, so it's not all too shabby. And we'll just go and slap that into the ceiling of the second floor real quick, right? And then we can come back, just grab some... Oh, before we actually do... Can I, like, actually drive properly like a normal human being? That'll be great, thank you. Before we actually do that, I would like to do one more thing. And that one more thing is refining all the scrap wood that we had collected, right? Because there was a good bunch in between as well. So that can also already get refined. I did not want to go use that vehicle. And then, you know, we'll have ample amounts, hopefully. Well, ample, you know. Ample amounts of wood to work with is kind of the case unless you build a huge, ginormous house, which is something I guess Scrap Mechanic was never too much intended for. So, well, you know. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's the first bit of materials, I'm sure. It's the first trip of many for filling in this floor right here. But, it's a start. So, let us go. Actually, in fact, is there any important bits I need to fill out? I don't think so. So we'll just fill this bit out here. And then we go from there. Oh, wow. And that's already it. Yes, that's what I'm saying, right? I mean, ample amounts. You would think that, like, a whole stack of materials and Scrap Mechanic would get you a while with, like, 256 blocks. And usually, you know, when it comes to building vehicles and everything, that is very much the case. In this case, not that much. going back home. Let's go and grab a little more of that wood, shall we? I'm quite sure that even the resource collectors are not empty yet, unfortunately. I don't know, I don't think, and please correct me if I'm wrong down below in the comments, that there is an upgrade for the refinery to speed it up. Doesn't look that way at the very least. So if you have got any idea that like this is upgradable, or if you think that, you know, technically you should be having 2 whatever, let me know down below in the comments. I mean, 2 may be a worthwhile consideration when we do get the new house and we have a lot more space to work with for the industrial setup. So maybe we'll just do that, right? Let's see. Now, other than that, we do have a few bits and bobs of wood. Jesus Christ. I mean, we've got like 1.5 stacks. I guess in total we maybe got like 4, 5, say 5 stacks from that maybe. I've got to imagine that. You guys just saw how quickly we dished out that 1 stack of bricks, right? It's going to go just that way with the wood now, so you feel the pain with the grind, I would hope. It is quite a lot. But in any case, we're going to just go and get some flooring going up here. I do wonder about this area, if I do want to make it wood out as well, because it's like an outside area, but I think technically speaking, I would love me some wood on the outside. I do like the idea, so it's the plan for the time being. We'll see. We'll see if we adjust it. Now, yeah, this is pretty much what our wood is going to get us. Holy moly. Jeez. We are like, I mean, a 1/6 of the way there? Maybe a little less. But hey, I mean, with the other blocks that we get, I would say that we're able to finish, well, at least this room, maybe a little bit of that. So, yeah, you can imagine, like 2, 3 more runs like today, and then we'll have the amounts of wood that we are looking for. But, in any case, I don't want to go and bore you guys too much with, you know, waiting for refineries and waiting for production cycles. I would say we end this episode off right here for today. In the next one, we'll have a proper building one again. We'll have all this wood to definitely use up. And I would say we will hopefully also have a good bit of bricks to use up. Maybe even some glass. I'm not too sure about it yet. We need to see what we do about the windows. If you have any suggestions, of course, leave them down below. And then, of course, we do also need to make sure to choose which one of the stair sets we want. I also need to get concrete going for the floors in the second floor, so that's going to be a task. So, well, you know, I think we're going to have plenty of stuff to do. We're not going to be bored. For today, we're leaving it off right here, though. I hope you all very much enjoyed this episode. Of course, as usual, if you did, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. That always helps out a ton. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all those future upcoming episodes. With all that out of the way, though, as usual, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.